Hey, you guys. So, I don't know who might come to see this video, but I'm going to be posting on a very regular basis because as I continue to set up the Mr. X members area, um, I want to stress to you guys that are not in it before I switch it over, go get in it big time. And even when we have the big launch and switch over, it'll be such a tremendous value and a moneymaker that it'll be like nothing that you've ever been in before. So, I've been doing this 21 years, so I got kind of a good handle on how it works. So here's what I want one thing go over this morning because I'm just going to talk and hang out. Are you kidding me? How did you get here so quick? Where's the coffee? Bro, right here. And this is all about coffee. The hair looks good today. That's so complimentary. All right. God. I'm not sure what that means. Where's the coffee? The hair looks good. And God. Here's to you. Ah. Okay. So I have a lone joiner viewer on the live broadcast this morning. It is 11:35 a.m. It is January the 2nd, and I've been broadcasting for 1 minute and 40 seconds. And at just under a minute, Mark Jackson came in. God got me here so quick. That is so cool. So I don't know if anybody else will come or not. Don't know, don't care. Today is not a contest to see how many people I can bring in. Um, Last night we had a nice group that showed up for Zoom, and it's so funny because the guy that's watching this right now, Mark Jackson, missed it, and he's one of a real active follower in our community right now. So this will go out for Mark, and this is going to go out for everybody. First of all, let me share. Let me see if I can show you the beautiful color of this coffee. And there's a reason, let me get this fixed back up, that I did that. Is that where I want that? Yeah, that's okay. I want to share with you a little bit about something that will make your brain work better. Now, I reviewed this last night on the Zoom call where I told people I was going to be branching into doing two areas. One area was going to be airy fairy. Let me give you that definition. I heard Oprah once say that what she did, she didn't do for the money. And I looked up her salary and it was 80 million a year. And I thought to myself, honey, if I made 80 million a year, what I did wouldn't be for the money either. You know what I'm saying? But let me get to that kind of money and then we'll deal with airy fairy. I never liked all the millionaire next door mindset, the all of that other stuff. No, give me the hammer, give me the nail, give me the two boards, and I will bang those babies together. And that's that. But that's not that, is what I've discovered. Now, can you get somewhere like that? Yes. You definitely can brute your way through a lot of life's problems. You can also buy your way out of a lot of life's problems. However, there will be encounters that you have where that is not efficient and sometimes not workable. So, airy fairy to me is that stuff. And then I will also separate it from the real board banging, nail pounding stuff. And what I hope is that I will be able to transfer airy fairy, board banging, and put it together to where we will reach something marvelous. All right, sorry. So watch this. Now, you guys, most of you that have been following me, you know I like low-hanging fruit. I like easy. I like simple, and I like cheap. I do not sacrifice quality for cheap unless I have to. I do not, this is very important. I do not sacrifice easy for my work. I don't pick the easy way out. I am a worker. And so that's part of the Airy Prairie thing. So this is something I found. Now, this is, I found this at Walmart. I am a coffee freaking freak. I love it. I know there's all kind of argument. I don't care. By the way, I also have a degree in nutrition. I'm a nutritionist. I'm a sports nutritionist with a heavy focus on performance in the body. Personally, I like caffeine for the body. So you don't have to, or you can if you want. So let's look at this again. It is a Sam Choice. It's called Colombian Supreme. Couple of things I like about it. It is a non-GMO product, and it is a fair trade product. And you want to know what I really like about it, besides being organic and fair trade, and that it is $5.88 for 12-ounce can. It is some of the best coffee I've ever had. Now, I like expensive coffees. There's a few that I really like. However, this, I'm just sharing this with you. You can go, you can find it in the white cans. My next one that I'm getting ready to open, because you can see what I've done to this one in the last couple of mornings. Oh my, smell that, smell that, smell that. That is the richest, deepest coffee bean smell. Now, next. This is also from Walmart. However, I also buy more expensive brands from Amazon, and I don't necessarily like them more. This worked well for me. So it's called ghee, and it is a condensed butter. It's called clarified butter. In other words, you can leave, it looks like butter. It tastes like butter when you cook, but it is it's super butter. And let me read about this to you. Grain fed, paleo diet friendly, no refrigeration required. And there's other stuff in there about no colors and no this and no trans and fatty acids and stuff. Now, let me show you this. Now, this is bulletproof, and you can look up Dan. Is it Dan? Hey, baby. Dan Ashbury. He's known to some as the father or the grandfather of the hacking revolution. So I'll get right back to that. So what am I talking about? Sometimes people take drugs. I was talking to law enforcement. It was actually Vincent Ortega's dad, former police chief in Kansas City. And he's a very astute gentleman, very smart. And what he said was, oh, look, we got somebody else here. You can say hi if you'd like. Good, Mark. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It does smell good. But he said a lot of times people took drugs not because they were just, balls to the wall, freaks, rebellious, going to go party. There is that too, but a lot of times because of either a mental illness or in the brain. Now, if I take an amphetamine, I will become much calmer. So a lot of times you guys will see me talking about coffee, and I drink a lot of coffee, and I drink good coffee, and I don't like it full of chemicals because I drink the amount I do. But when I drink coffee, I will get a calm stability. Now, when I was a kid with ADHD, they gave me so many Ritalin that I would just sit in the corner and eat crayons. So here's why I brought that story up. You give somebody with ADHD Ritalin and they will chill right out. You give somebody without ADHD Ritalin and they will light up. I mean, sometimes people take it illegally because it's a prescription drug to lose weight or to get a buzz, like an amphetamine. So there'll be a lot of people that will take a methamphetamine. I could go through all the street names of speed and amphetamines. I will just say that if ADHD and you take amphetamines, you will feel better. I don't just mean you're like, wow. I mean, you will feel better. You'll be less erratic. You'll be happier. So I achieved that with coffee. Just saying. All right. So Brain Octane Fuel Bulletproof. The price on this is from Vitamins Plus, a very good local store. You can also get this on Amazon. You can also get it at Walmart. I paid $20.15. You can research that where you are. Now, I just got done watching Thomas DeLauer. I watched a couple series of videos on the carnivore diet because I do that on and off. Ketosis, what it does on the body, intermittent fasting because I'm an intermittent faster. I don't eat for 18 hours a day, and then I eat the other 6. So see, people, when you hear the first part, you go, "Oh my gosh, you don't eat for 18 hours a day." Right? We don't need to eat, in my opinion. We Americans graze all day long. Horrible for the body. Makes your brain stupid. Makes your body old. Wears your crap out. Stacks up crap in your everything from your liver, your kidneys, even your blood, your all your internal organs, your brain. Now, let me introduce a quick term to you. Dan Ashby. No. I'll come back to that and I'll think about it in a second. Let me show you before I go to there. Now, let me show you this coconut oil. The two names, I'm a little jumping around because I had no idea this was going to be my health, brain, coffee, ketone show. This is very good to cook with. It's stable and doesn't break down. However, this is very good in a beverage. This is very good in a beverage. And this morning, this beverage had this and this and this and my favorite nootropic. Now, this is from infowars.com/store. Alex Jones, some of you know him, some of you don't. I'm not commenting on him right now, other than to say, I will say 2 things. He's not presidential, or I wish he'd quit treating, or I wish. It's like, why do you get to determine somebody else's personality and what they do? Shut your pie hole, be the best person you can be. And if you have something nice to say about him, say that. If you don't, do what my mom said, keep your big mouth shut. I'm trying to follow that advice more and more. So I have no rendition on Alex Jones other than he has said a lot of things that he was laughed at, and later it was absolutely true. So, good or bad, up or down, I like InfoWars information on occasion. I like their store extremely a lot. And I mean extremely a lot. Why? Because, well, puppy, I just poked my dog in the eye. It's like Trump. Trump can't pee without somebody saying he did it wrong. He can't breathe. He can't burp. He can't. It doesn't matter what he does. And for people that don't like Trump or do like Trump, I'm not addressing that issue. I'm just saying he can't pee without being attacked. So Alex Jones is the same way. He can't burp without somebody going, "You burped wrong." I don't give a crap about all that. But what I'm saying is his store stuff, he is so big and against so many people, powerful people, they would love to bring him down. And just like with Trump University, by the way, I'm a graduate of Trump University, and all that crap that happened when Trump started about it was such a big ripoff. It was not a ripoff. Trump University was awesome, and I loved going through it. I loved graduating from it. But so many people, they tried to bring Trump down over that, and they didn't. They're trying to bring Alex Jones down. Well, Alex Jones saw all these vitamins and supplements. Well, I believe that there's so many powerful people that would love to slaughter him over the quality of them that they're probably a pretty good bet. Now, have I done my own lab essays? No. Do I have to believe the lab essays that I read and see? Yes. So I haven't researched it other than surface stuff says it's probably good, it's probably safe, it's probably very high quality. Because if it wasn't, there's so many people after him, they would be blaring it from the rooftop. So, Brain Force. I test and try a lot of legal supplements. And so let me mention this, and then I'm going to be off of this kick. Alex Jones helped me awaken the truth of what was going on in our society, so I have nothing but love and respect for him. He is who he is. I am who I am. And he delivered his message. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And there's a lot of, I don't like the thing, Mark, about where he didn't like Q, and Q seems to be, from the best I can figure, Q says that Alex Jones is a fake. Alex Jones says Q is a fake. My nose always starts itching when I get on to doing video, and I don't know why that is. It's starting to be a thing. So let me wrap up with the coffee. Let me wrap up with the nootropics, and then I'm going to go on to other stuff. I have to add back in the intermittent fasting part. Thomas DeLauer, that was the name. And doctor, there's 10 more doctors I listen to. There's some really good ones, and a really good guy out in Florida that actually got me on ketones and intermittent fasting because he was chosen to do the study for the Navy SEALs on their rebreather equipment years ago. And so I started because I was very interested in Navy SEAL stuff at the time, because I was going to fight school by the Naval Warfare Director of the Navy SEAL Hand-to-Hand Combat School. And in between beginner and advanced school, so I went to beginner fighting and advanced fighting. And what was fascinating, they have taken that advanced fighting now and reclassified that as intermittent and added a new advanced on it. But you can go down and train in San Diego if you want. That is Tim Lufkin, and that is Target Focus Training. And if you want to learn, this is going to sound brutal. If you want to learn how to view the human body like it's a sandwich bag full of chicken bones and raw meat, just say you got a chicken carcass and drop the liver and the heart in and a couple of rib bones and a leg bone, and you put it in a sandwich bag, and you viewed that as the human body, and some people will not dig this. Mark, I don't think he's outside of Coronado. However, he trains all over the United States. You can go to TFT or targetfocustraining.com probably and find him. He has a training schedule there. So if you want to learn how to learn the body as if it was this bag like that, a sandwich bag, and what you could do to break the things in the sandwich bag so that the sandwich bag didn't work anymore. That is the most kindest, less gruesome way I can just share what he teaches. It is in a very effective, it's the most effective way I've ever seen to make the human body stop functioning with your hands. It is equivalent to shooting somebody right there with a large caliber projectile powered by a lead explosive. So that's what target focus training is. It is, and I don't want to start teaching on that. That'll be a different day. And I'm not a teacher of that, but I can talk about it because I have some stuff with it. So I was involved in that, and so I found this doctor, and you can go to YouTube and find out, probably just type in who is a doctor that worked on the Navy rebreather and he's into ketones, and you will find, and Dr. Boz is another, B-O-Z. You will find a whole list of doctors, find a couple that you like, and if you're interested, and study ketones and intermittent fasting. And that brings me all the way back to where I was. I'm an intermittent faster. And real quickly, in 2018, I fasted a week for my church. We were doing fasting. I lost a bunch of weight, and I did not do it to lose weight. I did it to fast, to celebrate Jesus. It was a way to sacrifice the flesh, because we feed the flesh at pornography, or you're overeating, or you're viewing stuff on TV you shouldn't, or you're doing all that stuff. It's called feeding the flesh. And you have a spiritual side, mental and physical, physiological, psychological, right? So what I'm saying is we get lost and we just start feeding this all the time. This, oh, I gotta eat, I gotta eat, I gotta eat. I have family members that all they think about is eating. They work and they eat. And it's like the worst cocaine addiction like behavior I've ever seen. They function and live to eat. And you remember the motorcycle Harley Davidson coined the phrase, Harley riders or Hell's Angels said, live to ride. Their life was around riding motorcycles. I get it. I used to have a big old pair of clumpy boots, leather coat, and a couple of bikes, and hung with some significant riders. That's all I will say right now. How do I narrow all this back up and close it? I'll go right back to fasting. So I studied under that doctor. I got into ketones. I found out that ketones are really good for the brain. All the bread and the carbohydrates you eat, the brain will be fueled off of it. It's not its favorite fuel. It's not a good fuel. The brain likes ketones. Ketones are created when you do not eat carbohydrates. And you can get in and study the liver and the kidney and all that. I could, go for hours. You don't want me to. So this stuff stimulates because I have no carbohydrates in me. And right now it is 12 o'clock noon. I have not eaten since 5 o'clock yesterday, which means it's actually 11:55. So I had this a few minutes early because normally I wait till noon. I have an eating window from noon to 5. And after 5, I don't eat. And before noon, I don't eat. Now, after 12 hours, the body goes into a state of starvation. Oh, I'm freaking out. Freak out if you want. And a condition called autophagy happens. Autophagy is awesome. It's where the body goes, wait, you're not feeding me freaking French fries and McDonald's hamburgers and Dr. Peppers and sugar through my car window so I can just sludge up my body and die an early, stupid, fat death. Yeah, I'm opinionated. To live is to die is to live. Okay, my Indian brother. Hold those up a little longer so we can get screenshots. I will do so. Screenshot coconut oil on 3. 1, 2, 3. Screenshot ghee butter. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Next, do a screenshot of Bulletproof. Now, this is the most expensive. You can get MCT as medium chain triglycerides. You can get these cheaper. This is rocket fuel for brain and body, it says. Screenshot Bulletproof. Now, Bulletproof, there's the name. Dave Asprey, the grandfather or father of body hacking. This is his company, his stuff. It's very expensive. Crap, it's good. Let's do another screenshot. Get ready. Screenshot Alex Jones Infowars Brain Force. 1, 2, 3. Finally, on coffee. Get ready. Screenshot of the coffee. You ready? Cut and paste. Save, cut and paste. Here we go. Screenshot. What I got from Walmart. You can just remember the can. Organic, fair trade, no GMOs. Of course, if it's organic, there's no GMOs. $5.88 a can, 12 ounces of delicious. My next can in there I'm getting ready to open is Ethiopian, so I'm looking forward to that because I've had some Ethiopian coffees that I like. So I am a drug-free guy. That is because my belief in my spiritual beliefs, and there's a lot of spiritual, I mean, peyote and everything else to induce, and I talk to people that are tripping, and Joe Rogan likes to trip and all, and I listen to them on their podcast. But I like legal stuff and I like healthy stuff. And that's just how I roll. So I mix up this coffee and I take it with this nootropic. I'm in a state of starvation. I have not eaten from 5 to 12. So 5, 6, that's 7, and 12 and 7 is 19. So I've not eaten for 19. It should be 18 hours. I don't know where my math went bad, but I'm not going to go back on it right now. I have not eaten for, yes, I will. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 12 to 12 is 12 and 7. And 12 and 7 is 19. I don't know how to make it any different than that. 12 and 7, 19. Okay. So I have not eaten for 19 hours. And at 12 hours, my body hit what's called starvation. It just means the body starts running through. You're looking for fuel, your brain, your body, it wants energy. It wants to be plugged back in the wall. So what do? Every 3 or 4 hours, we go eat a bread, cake, candy, crap, sugar. It is going to kill you and make you stupid. Then you can go watch some TV if you want. Now you can be sick, stupid, fat, slow. Wow. That's where I'm at, you guys. Or you can put your body into a state of autophagy where your body goes, hey, I didn't plug into the wall. I'm going to run through the body and look for stuff. Now, this is good because it's going to pick off stuff that the body doesn't like as much. What does that mean? As well, it's creating your hormonal activity is improving and doing stuff that the body likes, but your body is going to start utilizing fat stores, and it's going to start utilizing dead cells and scavenging them to feed the good healthy cells. So the thing is, you got 5 cells, one of them is for crap, it's just hanging around being for crap. These 4 want to eat it. If you're in autophagy, they will eat it, and it will be good because now they are healthy. And the residue, the residual crap, that's a good word for this, crap. If you're then drinking some good filtered fresh water, do not drink tap water anymore. If you do, then you're just helping yourself be sick, fat, stupid, and poisoned, brainwashed, programmed, and unhealthy. Drink good, fresh, filtered water. So, 19 hours no food. I mix up ghee butter, brain octane fuel, a little bit of coconut, some really good non-GMO Columbia Supreme coffee. I mix it all in a blender and I drink it. My body goes nuts and my brain goes nuts with joy. Here's what that means. I am not now running on sugar. The brain doesn't want to run on sugar. Carbohydrates, your bread and your donuts and your crap turns into sugar. And the body will run on glucose, i.e. sugar, but it doesn't like it as much. And it's not as good. It's like putting really poor quality gas in your car. Really, really poor. So where you can keep it running, but it's just, not very good. You run your body on what's called ketones. That is the preferred fuel. And I mean fuel as in fuel. I mean fuel as in freaking jet fuel. Now, my body's in starvation. It's on autophagy. It's not running sugar. It's run through the sugar. It's going, I need something good. And I introduce this into my system. Now my kidneys and everything, they're going to start manufacturing what's called ketones. And you can look all this up because like I say, I can teach this for, ever, ever. So rather than do that, I will just say your body starts manufacturing an alternative fuel source that your brain loves much more than sugar and works much better than on sugar and carbs and crap. So I don't have any brain fog. I am clear thinking. And my brain is working very well. It's firing very well. My thought process is good. I could probably come up with answers and remember stuff. You guys have seen me pull names. If you want to know what I'm talking about, before we had cell phones, we knew our 7, 8, 9, 10 friends' phone numbers because they weren't on this device, right? So we remembered our friends' phone numbers. We knew what they were. Try to remember 7 of your friends' phone numbers right now. No aluminum in your deodorant. That's good, Mark. No aluminum in your toothpaste. No aluminum in your deodorant. Aluminum will kill you deader than a hammer. Now, the problem is, and Mark knows about this, the problem third eye, huh? I'm not going to talk chakras and stuff with you. Been there, done that. I'm not there. You're in a different place than me with that now. I think a lot of stuff that people are getting are from spirit guides. I only follow one spirit, Holy Spirit, Jesus. That's it. Oh, you're so backward. You're so archaic. You're so, yeah, I don't care. When I met my wife, she was, what did you tell me about Jesus? She had a ring on her finger. She said it was an engagement ring to Jesus. I love Jesus. He's such a gentleman. And I thought, chick, come on. Didn't we all go through Jesus in the 70s? I mean, come on. Get over it. We're so far ahead of that now. She'd give me tapes about Jesus, and I'd throw them out my car window when I drove away, but I'd go see her because my wife was good looking. I mean, in a very significant way. And I liked it. Pretty soon, she said, if you want to spend time with me, it's going to be in church. I said, yeah, I can do that. I can do it. Pretty soon, I remember going to her house. Now, here's a funny story. The house I went to where this happened was, I can't see it because there's a wall right here, but probably 700 feet that way. My mother-in-law's house. My mother-in-law and father-in-law lived in another state, and my wife lived in that house. And I walked in, and stop it, y'all. Thank you for saying that about Jesus. Huh. Um, and I walked in and I looked at her and I said, can we pray together? And she's told the story later that she about swallowed her own teeth. Paul Darby wanted to pray. Look, you guys, I've been a hard charger in my past life. That's enough. So me going, do you want to pray, was pretty serious. And within about 4 seconds, I sunk to my knees at her house and I started squalling. And I thank God for not killing me because I was such a sinful wretch. And I told God that I wanted to live for him, that I got it, that I met him, that I met him. It's like I get that you're real. I've been searching. Look, I've lived with gurus. I've had other names given to me by Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh, living in the holy city. I'm Swami Vivekananda, brother of divine silence. I've been on such a spiritual search, more so than you guys can imagine. I've done wild things. I've lived on sailboats in LA. I've lived in the mountains. I've traveled to other countries. I mean, I've done lots of crazy cool things. And let me tell you, it all brought me back to one day I was on my knees crying like a baby, going, God, thank you. Thank you. I found you. I found you. You found me. I found you, whatever. So I don't have a need for the other stuff anymore. I'm not looking anymore. It's just like my wife. Um, I love my wife. We've been married 20 years. Now, when I went up to Vincent Ortega's, we went to a Latino nightclub. It was hot and popping. It was like something out of a Miami Vice show. And he wanted me to do a security audit on the club. Well, let me tell you something. These women had steam coming off of them. And there was a lot of them. And we were this close together. And the music was like boom, 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 boom. And the lights and it was like the 25-year-old me, I'd have eaten that place up like a steak in a dog bowl. But the 60-year-old me, and it's not because I'm old, it's all that married Jesus, found my path. Now I'm a hard charger on this path. So I left. I told him I'm not going to guard you in here because I'm not going to stay in here. There's nothing for me here. There's literally nothing for me there. My wife didn't want me there. Jesus didn't want me there. I didn't want me there. And the only thing I was going to get there was I was going to eat out of the wrong bowl, or I was just going to stand there and watch other people do what they do. And I would rather have a life where I get to do what I'm doing. All right. So let's see what Mark says. You don't like Jesus, Mark? Mark Jackson. Yes, I do. Stop it, y'all. Thank you for saying that. Make sure no fluoride is in your water. It dumps you down. You know, funny thing about fluoride, and I probably learned this from Alex Jones too, and I looked it up, but the Nazis used that in the concentration camps to keep people docile. Kind of makes you stupid. And I figure if I was captured and in a concentration camp where they were killing me and gassing me, and they were also giving me a specific drug to keep me docile and stupid, maybe if I was on the outside, I might not want to take that drug voluntarily. But people have gotten, okay, here's the last part of this rant, and then I'm done with this. I am sad. I am grieved for people. Even professional sports, you guys, do you know that sports were created to control men and then society? When the professional sports teams first came about, people went, grown men and adults aren't going to play. That's for little kids. That's for little boys. And at the time, little boys, they weren't talking about girls' teams at that time. It'll never work. And they go, yeah, it'll work. We'll control them and we'll get them into tribe mentality. Now look at all the people that go to such great lengths and spend such great money for my team, my team. Let me ask you something. When's the last time your team sent you a check? When's the last time your team said you need to suit up and show up for practice because you're in the big game? It is not your team. It's not your team. It is manipulation. You have been psychologically manipulated. You're being mind controlled. If you are, can't wait to watch the Super Bowl, can't wait to watch sports, it's my team and you know all the stats. You are missing life. You have been redirected to stupid, to mind controlled. That's your wheel in the hamster cage, is what that is. Oh, I can watch sports all day and talk about sports all day and buy football jerseys all day. Whee! And I can, what do you want? Look what I have right here. This, look at her. What? I'm not going outside right now because I don't feel like standing up to let you outside. Okay, so I think if you jump on me again, I'm going to beat your ass. Oh, tell my bulldogs, you guys. You have a bulldog in your, you jumped on me, didn't you? Do you know what I said to you? Go on. Go on. You have a bulldog in your house? You really have to take control of that beast because they are, they're as hard-headed as we are. All right, so I think that ought to be good. Let me talk about business real quick. We've been going for 38 minutes. My nose itches again. I'm sure maybe other people don't do it. When I see somebody get on and if they sniff or they scratch their nose, I think they're hooked on meth or coke. You know, I can assure you guys I am not hooked on meth or coke. I am hooked on coffee. And my brain feels so good that I just wanted to visit with y'all and share something I thought would help. If you remember the beginning, I said there's Airy Prairie and there's business, and there's going to be two things. Today was just an excursion into Airy Prairie. So my memberships will be having some of this kind of stuff. And we will do it on Zoom, and we will go back and forth. So when somebody like Mark Jackson comes and he has great information to share, it won't just be on chat. We can all talk. We got to do that on Zoom last night. I had my full screen up of people. It was really awesome. Now, I don't announce I haven't been announcing this stuff, but I will. And then I'm going to talk about business now. Let me do a wrap up of what I talked about, then I'll talk about business. Dr. Bob, Dan Asprey, Thomas DeLauer. That's a couple of the people that I follow on YouTube. Bulletproof Coffee, supplements from infowars.com/store. And by the way, it's not an affiliate link. I'm not making any money on this. I'm just sharing with you guys some of the stuff that I like. And I think and autophagy. Check out Carnivore Diet and autophagy. I will say this. Carnivore diet, everything in your brain will go bad, 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 bad. And it was all, now it's just most. Every doctor and every medical expert will tell you can't be. Your brain will tell you can't be. But look at blood levels. Look at your brain. Look at your body's chemistry. Look at your makeup. Look at how your body responds if you go on a carnivore diet. I mean, just check it out. It's amazing. As I said, I am a degreed nutritionist. So I'm not just, some guy sitting at home making crap up. I study, and I got rid of my television. It's been now, gosh, at least 5 years, probably more, that I don't watch television. I do not want to give the Nazis that much free programming time. And as Mark said, fluoride. I do not want to drink fluoride in the water and watch TV. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? You're just driving and signing up for the program to steal your life, your spirit, your soul right out from under you. Back off of that, back up, beep, beep, beep. Okay. So that was the wrap up for the airy fairy stuff. Now do the business stuff. I did all this morning, and I literally feel like I have almost an amphetamine-like rush going. My brain is, if it usually spins like this, my brain feels like this right now. Very good. I mean, it's enjoyable. I can tell that I have a clarity of thought. I have so many things going on. I'm actually building my business in the background. And I don't want to multitask, because human beings are not multitaskers. Look at the research. Final thing on airy fairy, I promise, then I'm done. Go look up brain teasers, brain games, because you may do them and start getting a higher cognitive ability. Your brain will start working better, running faster, thinking more clear. You'll get rid of brain fog. You'll be able to solve more problems. You'll be able to increase your critical thinking. Oh my gosh, it's free. So all this hard stuff, what did I say? Drink good water, eat good food, make yourself some bulletproof coffee. If you want to fast, it's very good for your brain and for your body. You can do mental things that will stimulate your brain and make you better, smarter, faster, stronger. We have the technology. All right, let's talk business real quick. I don't know when Ortega is going to launch Sales Vision. Freaking, I want to go beat him up. I don't really. I love that guy and his family. And the funeral for his grandmother is today, January 2nd. So that's why he's not out hawking Sales Vision, I think. I'm just very excited about it and want to play. It is like the biggest new Disneyland I've ever seen online, and I want to play. But it's probably good that he isn't, because this allows me to work on Mr. X. And I announced some things to the members only last night that only members know about. And Mark, I will text you the replay. Mr. X Traffic. If I could be in one thing, it would be Mr. X Traffic. If I could be in two things, it would be Mr. X Traffic and Sales Vision. And there is a fascinating union between those two companies that I won't delve into right now. But Vincent and I did partnership up on an area. And it could be there's just so much cool stuff, and it's like being married. I see beautiful, fascinating, intelligent women that I would be interested in exploring a relationship with, other than I am married, and I don't even get close. I don't play. As a matter of fact, if I meet a woman that is very interesting, fascinating, and intriguing, I avoid her like the plague. I am serious about my marriage vows. To me, that is one of your moral settings. You get to set those and choose what they are. And I choose the highest moral settings that I can possibly set. And I pound them into a mountain of stone on a steel pipe with a sledgehammer, and I hold on to them. That, to me, that's part of our compass. Internet businesses is like that. It's like I bought a video program recently, and it's the best one I've ever. I mean, I have a butt ton of video programs. So I went and bought um, I own the white label resale rights to it, and I'm giving it to Mr. X members because you got to be able to make a splash page so you can collect names. You have to be able to make a good video because that's how we sell with video. And you're done. Okay, you got to have a buy button, you got to have a payment processor, you got to reach your audience. And part of the way you reach your audience is by communication. So that's why you guys see me coming back online so much more. And I don't announce them because I don't care if there's a lot of people here or not. I have over 500 people. That's a small number in my Facebook group. I have about 300, I think, in my YouTube subscribers. Those things will probably grow some. Okay. However, my focus it's been on my memberships. And right now it is on one membership and my personal list. And my personal list is about 30, I don't know, 32, 33, 34,000 people that I've been working on, but I'm also bringing in another 250,000 that I had set up and operated previously. And out of that 250,000, I probably have 75,000 that'll go, dude, you're back. We have the same email address. We love you. So I'm going to pull up to probably about 100,000 active people on my list. And I'm going to do that. Sorry about the nose thing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. By the way, you guys, I teach law enforcement, military, and first responders. So I just say that because doing this, scratching my nose all the time, I really would. I'd go, that's indicative of a drug habit, cocaine or meth typically. So I don't like when I get on and I go, and I sniff because I think, God, people are going to think I'm doing drugs. Okay, I'm done with that. I just decided I don't care what people think. How about that? I don't care. I'm free. I'm free of what people think. Thank you, God. Okay. Join Mr. X if you're not in Mr. X, and then get in on thebadasseryclub.com or thesalesvision.com because that's Vincent's thing. And as far as business, what I was telling you about women, there's so many interesting, fascinating people in the world. There's a new business. It's like that video program. There's new great stuff being launched all the time. So I don't want to tell you guys I'm not going to do anything else. But I do want to tell you I have over 100 businesses. And I'm bringing them all down right now to 3 that I know of. So will there be something new that comes up that I want to be a part of because it's cool and awesome? Yes, but I'm done with shiny ball. I mean, I have now found ways to generate enough income to fund my life. It's called Mr. X. I could do it with Mr. X alone. Well, Vincent Ortega's come out with his flagship program, and it's magnificent. I'm watching I'll show you. I'll show you guys what my view is. Isn't that awesome? That's my world. Look at that. That's my world. That and this. Pretty amazing. 61 years old. I never thought I'd live this long. I'm such an old man. However, my weight is good. My strength is good. My endurance is good. My skill set and my outside things are good, such as, thank you. That is awesome, isn't it? Get to look at cows. And I'm happy with this age. So the airy fairy stuff that I do is, no matter what age you are, find out who your God is and serve him with all your heart. Treat your body good. Treat your brain good. This suit that we're in, this is our machine. It's like our car. Don't treat your car like crap and it's a beater and then you drive that around. Treat your car well, wash it, change the oil, get a tune-up, put good plugs in it, put high-performance parts in it. And even when that baby's old, it looks good going down the street. People go, that car's old, but that looks good. You know, my wife says, you have now entered into the good-looking older man phase. Okay. You know, that's some people may agree, some people may not. However, at 61, I see a lot of 61-year-olds, poor, fat, stupid, sick, ate up, negative, beaten down. My goodness gracious. I think I'm going to end with that. Read to Mark a little, and then I'll shut this one down. It's dying to the flesh and controlling it, fasting. Hold those up, did that. Got them, thanks. And programmed, thanks. Make sure no fluoride, right? Aluminum, right? You know what, Mark, I know you know about this. The problem is this chemtrails thing. You know, the big rage came out about don't cook with aluminum cookware. It's probably true. I mean, how much aluminum do you want in your brain and in your internal organs? None. However, you know, if you're going to go up into our lower atmosphere or in our sky and spray strontium and barium and aluminum particles that they fall to Earth, they get on our skin. There's some people believe that we're already so full of nanotechnology, and I could get into DARPA and some of that, but I won't because I'm getting ready to close. So I'll save that for another day. But it's like, how do you avoid it? We're being sprayed, and then I came off of Monsanto early in the game. I got friends in Florida where I just left because I had a horse ranch there. I didn't have any horses, by the way. So what's a horse ranch without horses? A really big freaking yard to mow, 20-some acres, 6 horse stalls, 5,000 square foot barn, 3,000 square foot home. That's why I bought a great big Husqvarna lawnmower with a roll bar that mowed at 45 miles an hour and tractored and did all that stuff. So now I live here in the middle of a cow field. I just proved it. I showed you all the cows out the window. I love having land and dirt around me, and I love a clear field of fire. Just saying. All right. That's why I learned about it. Alex Jones. Haven't watched TV either. Kristen Lee is one of them. She's an angel. She's awesome. I texted with her last night. She's evidently having a real good time with her program to make people money, her $38 program. I'll be talking to her about that today. Badassery Club won't let me sign up. Neither will the $9. If you're talking about Badassery Club, will too. You're on crack, bro. TheBadClub.com. I think it's the. Must not be. How about just Badassery Club? Badassery Club is going to a different. Somebody hijacked my page. How did they do that? How did they do that? The only way to do that I know of is either to hijack my domain forwarding or have other code on my page. I'll have to check that out. Seems like I ran across that earlier and blew it off. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm at Badassery Club. I actually put the webcam. Wait, I can't see it if I do that. I don't think this is going to work. No. Yeah, I can't do it. So I'm going to the Badassery Club. Mark said he couldn't sign up. I'm going to put in my email. I went in on your team, Paul. Waiting for cash. There's a Badassery team. Event information. See the big new main website here. I click on the big new main website. It worked perfectly. Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me in chat what you're talking about. I'm at Badassery Club and it takes me directly, signs up people into the autoresponder from my teammates, and then takes you directly to the page that tells about it and then links right to his site where you can do your business evaluation and sign up. So you tell me what your problem is. Won't let me because I'm a member of Sales Vision. Well, I'm glad I'm here to tell you. What? 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 There's nothing that will stop you because you're a member of Sales Vision. That is my Sales Vision team. So I'm not clear on what you're doing. I've tried 1,000 times. Badassery Club won't let me sign up. Neither will the $9. Badassery Club is nothing but the sales funnel that directs straight into Sales Vision. So what's the disconnect here? And I don't know anything about going through Google at all. I'm going to open up a browser page and type badasseryclub.com. I'm on badasseryclub.com. I put in my name and email. It immediately directs me to the page. It says, here's what it is. It's the team. Click on this big main link. Big main link takes me directly to Sales Vision. So you tell me what's happening with you. Now, I'll say good luck finding me, because when I get done with this, I'm just about keyed up just the right spot to go work on the programming that I'm doing. All right. So Badassery Club is nothing but an autoresponder sign up. There's no reason you can't sign up. Unless you're already signed up and you need to put in a different email. And the message should say that. Okay, good enough. Whatever. Just lost it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the stream. And I'm going to offer that you guys go turn on your webcam and upload a video every day. Start getting subscribers. Anybody that watched this, if you liked it at all, even though it was weird, please subscribe. Please like it. Please leave a comment, because that's how YouTube gives ranking, and it's how I can get the word out. So when I do short, regular, normal videos that people want to watch, you'll be on the subscriber list, right? Okay. You'll get it today. You'll get what today? I have no idea, Mark, what you're talking about, bro. I don't know. Anyway. So I'm going to end the stream, and somebody else is coming. Well, you can watch the redo if you want. It was very weird. I'm just doing these almost every day, and it's in part because I have some things to say, and in part because you want to do videos every day, and post them every day and post them, and start, and then ask people, subscribe and like it and leave a nice comment, because that means YouTube goes, oh, it must be good. I'm going to not bury them in the rankings. So that's what this is for. And then my method of this is always to try to share something interesting, fascinating, or very useful. And if you do that, then people will come back and watch another video. And if you have that, then now all of a sudden you have subscribers and people following you, and that's called marketing, friends, and relationship. Okay. And then you type in one word, badassery. Well, I will agree. I have no idea what one word badassery means, but I will say badassery back to you. Okay. All right, end stream. Watch me hit this button. Love you guys. Hit it. Are you sure? Yeah, that's why I hit end stream.